is your love reading. This is for Leo Venus, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, Leo Moon. I know a lot of people are saying that they cannot hear me in the comments. I don't know what to do about that. I have a laptop that I use, but I have a microphone attached to it, and it's not a terrible one, so I don't know what else to do. But I'm going to try to stay close to the mic and hope for the best. So let me know if it's getting better or what the dealio is. Okay, so I've laid out all your cards already. Let's get started. So there's this presently in your love life. There is this, like, we have temperance with access granted. So it's as if you've been trying to gain some kind of, I mean, if this is a family situation, it can be custody, or this can also be like alimony. There might have been paperwork involved, or something like that, because I have this financial support crossing it. I feel like there's been a need to be very patient with getting access granted to some financial support from a loved one, from a previous partner, or from even a current partner. Maybe this is insurance of some kind, or a pension plan from the government, or I don't know what it is, but it could have to do with a separation, because I do have that crossing card. There's been some sort of betrayal, and an ending, and it's a final ending, in regards to some sort of finances, or financial support. So maybe there was a breakup, and people have gone their separate ways now. There could have been some infidelity involved in that. The consultant, I mean, I'd rather have the lawyer here to say that it's like something in terms of like a legal divorce, but I do have legal on the table as well. This could be a custody battle, only because I see there being karmic family there, and the legal card, and access granted, and financial support. So somebody's been trying to either get alimony, or some paperwork has been held up and slowing the process down in terms of getting what you deserve in a situation, or desire in a situation. That's been your focus in love right now, which is kind of a bummer, because I don't know if this required you to do some investigation, or trying out different passwords to a computer in order to find some information. It maybe, hopefully not, but if a loved one passed on, and you've been trying to find their paperwork in order to gain what they would have left behind to you, or what you qualify for. I don't know if that's necessarily very lovey-dovey related, but it is relationship focused. So there's something here about that. You would already know about anything traumatic, or any big serious ending that's going on, because it's what you're focused on now, presently. But somebody is, the consultant can be like somebody who's a mediator, who's trying to work things out between two different entities, or two different people. So that's what I'm seeing here. What you're thinking about currently, you're thinking about somebody's infidelity, somebody not not being faithful, not being trustworthy in some sort of way. But you're also like, you're debating whether or not you want to reconcile with this person. And so you have, it's very interesting that it came out with the Four of Swords from the Sexual Magic Tarot, and then we have the Four of Spades card, which is a dark-haired woman, which I think the dark-haired woman represents you in this process of healing after a betrayal. And they're both the Four of Swords, technically, when you look at it. So there's this, like, taking time to gather your thoughts, to understand a situation more fully, and not to process something that you just went through, and to better understand the situation and how you think and feel about the situation. In the near past, there was an acceptance that you were going to be stuck in this mental kind of hang up. Like, you already kind of saw this coming, or at least anticipated the unfortunate, mental processes we go through when we are feeling like we can't move forward with something, that we're being blocked in some sort of way, that we're mentally being restricted. And it can be kind of a depressing and frustrating time. But you seem well prepared. Maybe you're very into self-help and healing. I don't know. But there's that cleansing card that gives me that vibe that you might have done everything you can to kind of clear your energy, clear your space, clear your head, and allow yourself to kind of ease into this more long-term, I don't want to say battle, but it could be a long-term difficulty, something that is going to take a while to clear itself up. But you didn't really see a way forward, so you just kind of sat down in the midst of all this, and kind of said, just woosah, like I'm like gonna just sit with this for a minute. So there's a lot of meditation and contemplation here going on from the past to the present. You've been thinking a lot about this whole situation. What you're not seeing is that this person will never admit to their wrongdoings, or their strategic way of getting away with something, or planning something, that they've planned. There was some foresight in this. There was some planning involved. It wasn't just a sudden flirtation, or a one-time maybe thing. It might have been a one-time thing, but it wasn't something that you could see being, I don't know, maybe you just can't accept yet that it was, that this person just is not going to admit their wrongdoings in a situation. And they have the Flatterer card here, which is the adult. It literally translates, I think, in Italian to adolatore, which is adulterer almost in English. That's what hit me for a second. So, like, there's something here about this person being that kind of Knight of Wands or Page of Wands, where they're immature about their impulsivities and their actions. And I think you want to believe that it's not that, that it wasn't, that this person is probably better than they are from the past. But I don't know. I think that you're wise enough to figure the situation out on your own, in terms of how you feel and think, and with what little information that you have about a situation, being able to get clear about how you feel about it. In the future, near future, you're going to be focusing on your day-to-day life more. There's going to be, a lot of work here, focusing on your passions, on what you're creating. You might be creating a business. You're going to be spending a lot of alone time, and you might be feeling a little bit of a little lonely. You might be feeling the absence of this person, or other people are going to be feeling the absence of you. If this isn't like a romantic situation necessarily, or it might be like family situation, where there's like a lot of family involved, or either that the romantic partner's family or your family are involved in this situation. You're going to be spending and focusing a lot of time on yourself and what you desire and what you want to manifest and create in your life, and you're going to be taking that to like your daily routine and working on different projects. You're going to be focusing on the present moment more. Not worried about the past, not worried about the future, just trying to stay present. But that's coming in for you. I like that energy, actually. The Six of Pentacles is about discerning where we give our material generosity, our time, our energy, our resources, and who we share them with. So you're going to be thinking a lot about who you share with and how much you share with them. And this can be in terms of romantic relationships, but I'm thinking like maybe you're thinking about, and just sharing this information of the past with other people. You're probably not going to be doing that unless you're absolutely certain it's a relationship where you can really be heard, and the situation can be understood. Your advice. It's telling you to get passionate about something. To get a little riled up about something. I don't know. It says drama queen and obsession. So drama queen, she's got that crown on, but she's also got this thing in the background that looks like a sword. I'm sure it's not, but yeah, and then the Justice card has a sword, obviously. I guess they want you to make a decision based on how you think and how you feel. It's an unbiased decision, right? Because it's justice. It's fair. It's a fair decision about the situation, even though you don't have all the information. You weren't the fly on the wall in that situation. It's telling you to really get clear about, get intuitive about the situation so that you can make a balanced and a balanced decision. The Six of Hearts, the love card, is also about kind of leaving some things to mystery. I feel like with the Two of Swords, Six of Cups. Six of Cups. What is the Six of Cups? I'm trying to my brain is not working. What is it? Six of Cups. The past. It can, yeah, it's about making decisions about what you don't know in the past. Like, also getting it's getting yourself fired up, getting into your passion so that you can create and come from a space of like, I am confident, I can create, I can love again, I have these things that I love to do. There's some excitement here, that they're asking you to get excited about something, to get kind of passionate about things again in life, maybe romance again in life. What others are seeing? They're seeing that you're kind of victorious in a situation, even though you're alone, or you're victorious in your discernment. The Queen of Spades, it's the Widow card in the Sibila. She's the one that, she's like the Queen of Swords. She cuts away what is not necessary. She has been through some stuff that other people have not been through in their lives, and she's gained some wisdom from that, and so she's a little more, she's cautious about who she trusts. And with that Lost and the Cutoff card, it's like you're opening up to, you're making yourself more available to others in your life, but you're much smarter and wiser about it, and they're noticing that. And they also see you coming home. The Six of Wands can often be a homecoming after a difficult time. So you might be going back to visit the place that you once lived or grew up, and you're being seen as somebody who is really coming out of a difficult time by other people. What you're hoping or you're fearing. There's something about a family situation being challenging and there being children involved, or you're hoping that there can be some lesson learned, and everybody can get along with each other, because there's some now blood ties or some sort of bond that's been created, even though the situation may have ended, or the betrayal has created a pitfall in the functionality of everything. You're hoping that you can have an ideal situation come out of this. And the Ten of Cups is very family orientated most of the time, the depiction. This one, it doesn't show children, but it does show a couple who have a pretty lush kind of garden and are enjoying their garden together. So you're hoping that this betrayal is not going to be what breaks the situation. You may still have some hope for the situation, that things can work out. If this is a situation where you've had to rely on somebody else, you're hoping that that your family or whoever you consider this inner circle is understanding of what's been going on. Maybe they don't have all the information either, but maybe there's a third party that has now there's children involved on the other side of the fence, And so you're hoping that everybody can come together and kind of it'll all work out for everybody, even though the terms or the situation might be a little bit different. You might also, if this is only for you, if it applies, you'll know how you feel. But if you feel like you've been trapped in a situation, that someone has done something to kind of get you caught up in terms of a keeping you in a relationship that you don't want to be in, or maybe there was an infidelity on your part or somebody else's, and then there was a reconciliation and a meeting where there was then a child conceived, then this would be you hoping that this situation can work itself out and be ideal for everyone involved, and that the relationship can continue for the sake of the family. You might be happy with your partner as well. You might be hoping that you can be happy with your partner even though there's difficulty within the family. But you don't know if you're going to you don't want to get stuck. You're fearing you might get stuck in a family that is karmic or challenging or not ideal. But it seems like you have hope that everything will be fine, and that you can still make this work, that there's a lot of love here in some way. Now, outcome. Legal being the outcome card from the love deck, love situations deck that I'm using. Not everything will be satisfactory. It might be a little too much, actually. You might be overwhelmed. I think there's an overwhelming amount of emotions as well, and having a really hard time controlling how other people feel. I mean, there's just a lot of emotion involved in a situation in terms of how a situation will be dealt with in a governance kind of way. Because there is legal involvement. No, I don't know how much or how little, but there is some sort of intervention from a third party situation that probably has some counsel. There's counsel involved. So strength in reverse is not feeling like you can get through something, and the Nine of Cups in reverse is kind of, like I said, overwhelm, or just getting what you want and realizing that it's not exactly how you anticipated it to be. But everything is held up. It seems like there's a lot of pause going on. Like time is slowed down for this situation. It's probably just because there's court involved. There is this Ace of Swords here, the Ace of Spades, which is about delay at the end. So there is some sort of delay in getting everything that you want out of the situation, and you're having to be strong, and it's going to be challenging, and challenging your patience, I think. You might feel a little out of control, like there's so much emotion going on and you're not able to really get something off the ground or get to the place where you can finally feel like you're satisfied, you're cool. Somebody else might also not be cooperating as much as you would have hoped, and I think you hoped for the 10 and you got the 9 in reverse. So it's kind of like I had this ideal that we would get along, and everything would work itself out even though we were stuck in this situation. And now you're realizing like maybe there's more to how the other person feels, or their behavior, or just how you have to finesse the situation a little more in order to get that necessary peaceful outcome. Your underlying cards were drastic, extreme, harsh, cutoff. The Three of Wands. No, I usually, because the Three of Swords is there. So I'm thinking that something happened where the relationship went sour. There was a reconciliation. Somebody else came into the picture and kind of caused an uproar. But then a baby or some sort of financial ties were created. And so now we're dealing with legal issues because either we wanted to get back together, we tried, and there was some sort of hold up, reconciliation, then some kind of hiccup or an understanding that maybe we want different things, but we're already tied in financially or with in some sort of way, financially in some sort of way. So now there's this kind of, one of the parties must have cut off the situation, and maybe they're not single anymore, because I do have this Four of Wands here. So they might have remarried, or they might have gotten with another partner. Maybe somebody tried to come back around after a while, and there was a hiccup because of the delay, the hold up, the space between, but I do see progression in this situation because I do have the Three of Wands and then the Four of Clubs. So there is this kind of bringing things together, taking steps to make a situation more of a solid foundation. There's more communication coming through, even if it's being mediated. So I see that although the situation is tough and that you've been struggling in getting what you desire, or the speed of the situation resolving itself as being more desirable, I see you actually being pretty optimistic and pretty grounded and keeping yourself mentally clear about the situation. If this King of Wands is not this person that you've been dealing with, I think that there was somebody who was an air sign involved in the situation, and now there might be a new person that comes in that you've met, that is your partner, your new partner. So this can talk about feeling I see them embracing on the card. I see the card of absence here, and then it says today. So I don't know. In the near future, there is some sort of reconciliation that comes through, whether it's a mutual understanding and forgiveness of a situation within a family dynamic, or there's forgiveness of a situation in a romantic situation where you've moved on and you can both part ways and you've met somebody new. This person would probably be a fire sign. Or this could be talking about you, Leo. So yeah, I see you in the future being like very present and very in charge and control of your day-to-day routine and your day-to-day life, and discerning about dealing with like who I give what to, um, and creating balance there. So, not the most romantic reading ever. We do have the Libra card, Justice. It's a card of relationships as well. So, a decision of the courts or a decision about relationships in terms of a love situation. Yeah, I don't know what else that I can pull from it. Let me see. How far in are we? Oh, it doesn't even tell me. No, it does. Only 30 minutes? That's pretty fast, actually. I see there being a new beginning. The outcome, there's the Ace of Spades. And although it's delayed, I have the Ace here in your underlying cards. It's a new beginning with an offer of love. So something ends that was difficult. You get a new offer, and this person could be an earth and water sign, or you'll be embodying these characteristics. They could be at a distance from you. Yeah, Page of Cups again. So taking action in love, news coming in about a lover, someone that's very passionate, and then it says the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm seeing that after this situation resolves itself, that there's this new person coming in, or new energy, or there's resolution within the situation, and there's reconciliation. It doesn't have to be like all doom and gloom. I do see that there's quite a bit of good cards on the we have the Justice card for Major Arcana. We have Temperance, so that's balance, harmony, peace, healing. What else? We have the Six of Wands, the Ten of Cups. I mean, there's a lot of good energy here as well. So I think that it's you're just learning to alchemize and balance and heal a situation from the past, a past indiscretion, a past hiccup in a relationship, and there may be mediation involved, or family might be involved, but all works itself out. You're thinking very clearly because you're taking time to really meditate, or relax your mind enough to get clear. And that's really good. Yeah, you got that Amore love card here. So judge a situation, or be balanced, and know how a situation, how it, not just rationalize it, but think about it as how it makes you feel. Like, how do you feel about this relationship? Not what does it look like on paper, not what does it say, like what is the communication style like, or just there is this need to think back to the past, maybe, about how you felt about a situation, and use that in order to make a balanced and harmonious decision about love in the future. All right, Leo, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.